got them the last 4 years. You want them? I'm gonna recycle them if you don't.
No, you can recycle them.
All right,
All right,
we're
gentlemen.
I'll call to order the August 17th, 2018 meeting of the Limestone County Commission. Pamela, do you want to do the recognition first before we get to the public comment?
Yes, because we have no public comment.
All right, we got two guys here that we've got certificates of appreciation. Mr. Moses McGuire, Mr. Justin Brown for the vegetation. As you've seen, read in the paper, I think Adam had in the paper that Limestone County Commission was ordered the 2018 Attorney J. Hernandez Award of Excellence. Mark, would you go into that for just a second?
Yes, that award it's given by the National Roadside Vegetation Management Association, and it's given out to entities that have really made a concerted effort to improving roadsides and by looking into things as mixed designs and how they manage mowing and things to that effect. And so they chose to award that to us. We're the only county in the nation that received that this year.
Sweet.
Y'all get up front and get a picture because this is
Got it.
y'all instead of y'all do the.
And that most of that goes to these guys because of their efforts to make recommendations and make the changes that were necessary to do that.
That's all right. It's be fine.
Good job, Moses.
Moses, I want you're my guy.
Get his certificate back. You just broke the side.
It's okay.
I'll turn my back on being for y'all.
Thanks,
Y'all
guys.
done a good job. I had one complaint, y'all killed somebody's pot, but that's all right. It's illegal.
Y'all do a great job. Thank you.
Good morning.
All right, Pamela, we have any public comment?
No, sir.
All right, could you please call roll?
Commissioner Hill.
Here.
Commissioner Turner.
Here.
Commissioner Black.
Here.
Commissioner Harrison.
Here.
All present. Commissioner Black, would you lead us in our pledge?
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first item on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve minutes from August 6th and 15th, 2018. Do I hear such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
A motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a
Second.
second? Second by Mr. Hill. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve claims in the amount of $975,876.97 as submitted to the commission. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Harrison. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Black. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Are there any conflicts of interest? That probably needs to come before we paid out $1 million, don't you think?
That was Mark's suggestion. That's the location in the room.
So, well, I'll take their silence as, once again, either they're not going to tell us or. So, there are no resolutions or orders on contracts, agreements, and grants. I'll ask for a motion to approve outside agency service agreement with Athens Limestone Hospital to provide the dialysis van driver for fiscal year 2019 in the amount of $32,500. Do I hear such a motion?
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hill. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
The motion carries unanimously. Next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve 3-year renewal amendment of the Clarity Election Suite hosting and support agreement for support to maintain www.votelimestone.com website with SOE Software Corporation in the amount of $6,000 annually. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve 2-year renewal contract with Election Systems and Software LLC for support to maintain AutoMark voter assistant terminals in the amount of $5,684 annually. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Harrison. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill. Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve the agreement with AlDOT and Limestone County for additional lanes on East Limestone Road from McLemore Circle to East Limestone School. Total amount would be $998,641.94. Do I hear such motion?
I make a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Turner. We have a second by Mr. Hill. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve to continue agreement with Roadside Incorporated to provide vegetation control consulting services for roadside right-of-ways in the amount of $8,000 annually. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. As we're going to take items 6, 7, and 8 because they're all basically the same thing through contracts with TARCOG that went over in the work session. Do I hear a motion to approve items 6, 7, 8 on the agenda for the 3 contracts with TARCOG?
I make a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Black. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I will call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, number 9 on the agenda, I'll ask for a motion to approve business associate agreement between TARCOG and the Limestone County Commission to maintain privacy practices with respect to protected health information as required by the HIPAA Act of 1996. Do I hear such a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, number 10, I'll ask for a motion to approve a non-reimbursable agreement with WOW Cable for relocation of utility facilities on Old Highway 20 public right-of-way over a slough of Limestone Creek. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Harrison. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Item number 11, approve a reimbursable agreement with Limestone County Water and Sewer Department for a relocation of utility facilities on Old Highway 20 public right-of-way over a slough of Limestone Creek. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. There are no budget revisions or no emergency purchases to come before the commission. We'll move on to board appointments. I'll ask for a motion to reappoint Doug Ezell and Frank Travis to the E911 Board of Commissioners with terms ending August 19th, 2022. Do I hear such motion?
I make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Black. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Next item, award bids. I'll ask for a motion to award to Printers and Stationers Incorporated, amount of $284 for printing privilege license forms for the License Commission. Do I hear such a motion?
I make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black,
Aye.
Commissioner Turner,
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Personnel actions. Y'all sure y'all want to do this, guys? It is my privilege to ask for a motion to promote Mark Massey to County Engineer effective September 1st, 2018. Do I hear such a motion?
I'll
So
make-
moved.
I got everybody made the
One of y'all
motion.
make a second.
Somebody make a second.
Okay.
Somebody does need to make a second.
I think you
Okay,
did.
I'm sorry. Any discussion? It's now or never to get your licks in,
Oh,
guys.
my. No, I think it is a very good move.
I think it was a great addition to the county, 3 years ago? And this is just going to be even better because it's just a good, you've done a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just say thanks for all the work you've done the previous 3 years and look forward to continuing that.
He's done a good job in District 1 and helping us, and I accuse of where he's come from, but that's just a joke where he came from. But anyway, Mark, I won't be here, but I know you'll do a good job. Thank you.
Mark, you've done an outstanding job of accumulating enough incriminating evidence against these four guys up here.
You ought to become a politician.
I've dealt with engineers my entire life. Every engineering firm in Athens and Huntsville, Madison, across North Alabama, Florence, and all that, and will be again. But you've done an outstanding job. You're an outstanding addition, and I know you'll really be good for Limestone County.
Thank you very much.
And with no further ado or no further discussion, gentlemen, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Motion passes unanimously. Next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve family medical leave for Samuel David Beckham.
So moved.
Have a motion to approve it from August 22nd and ending in 4 to 6 weeks. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Black. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Mr. Massey, you're up.
Yes, we have 2 subdivisions today that we're recommending for approval. Lonniedale subdivision in District 2. This is a minor subdivision, preliminary and final. It's at the intersection of St. John Road and Newby Chapel Road, total of 17 lots. We also have a KAAT subdivision. This is a replat of Tract 1. It's a minor subdivision, preliminary and final. This is on Mooresville Road between 72 and Kingston Drive, and this is 2 lots in District 2 as well.
Without objection, I'll take these in one motion since they're both in District 2, and I'll ask for a motion to approve the following subdivisions as described and recommended by our county engineer.
I make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Black. Any discussion?
Lots of growth going on out there, and it's not all necessarily located south of 72, as both of these are north of 72. So it's just I expect this and much more over the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So I'm glad we got Mark Massey here to help guide us through that.
You know, this bragging ain't gonna last forever, Mark.
It's over tomorrow.
It's over tomorrow. After tomorrow, it's like, you know,
I
what
need
have you
to
done
see
for
you
me
after
today?
You're in the honeymoon period? Yeah.
That lasts till September 1st. No further discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Do you got anything else, Mark?
That's we did finish up our second round of spraying. But if there are any areas that you would like us to come back and spot spray, just let me or Terry Bob know, and we'll come out and do another treatment if you see something that needs to be touched up.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you, sir. We have no other business, no scheduled public hearings. At this time, we'll move to the report of the officers. Commissioner Hill.
Yes, I'd like to congratulate Mark again, and he has done a good job, and I know he'll continue to do, and I just thank Justin and Moses for the spraying and this award that we got. They have a pretty tough job sometimes because some people like it and some people don't, and so appreciate them. We're still working on Rita's Hollow Road, clearing out trees to get a bridge installed. And as I said, Wednesday we through with the Veterans Museum parking lot, and I'd like to thank Rogers Group for donating the base for that. We're bush hogging and bushwhacking and normal routine and patching, and we did have a pre-construction, that's what I called it, Harvest Road. What was the start on that, remember?
The contractor was requesting 3 to 4 weeks before he started.
So I just encourage people, if you travel Harvest Road, to be careful, because in a few weeks there will be activity going on. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Turner.
Yeah, we're still trimming limbs, trying to do some bushwhacking. Got a couple of pretty rough storms through the last two days. Had trees down, power lines down. Wednesday night, yesterday had a tree down, and a bunch of rain got dumped. So we'll be out today checking drainage, making sure nothing got washed up to block the pipes. To Moses and Justin and the whole engineering crew, thanks. It definitely shows what you're doing. Cut our bush hogging time down to in half, probably, if not better than that. And to Mark, congratulations. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Black.
All right, I just got a couple of things. Thanks to the guys for the spraying. I know it's your job to do it, but y'all really put forth an effort to do it good, and that shows in this award. I mean, anybody can get in a truck and cut a sprayer on, but if you take your time, it looks good, and y'all do that. So I really appreciate it. Another county employee I'd like to thank, since Chief is here, I got Student Resource Officer Deputy Luter. She was fantastic, and we had a little uneasiness in the Clements community about vandalism, and everybody was scared, and this was happening, and rumors flying. And I think Emily worked really, really hard to make sure that was solved before it became escalated. So thank you very much, and student resource officers pay off. I mean, it really, really helps having them in the school, so thank you.
Mr. Harrison.
Again, Moses, Justin, again, thank you for the good job that you do, and it's really done a good job, especially my district, because of we just have one bush hog, and it takes we don't make one round, we don't finish with our round of bush hogging till end of October, and this year will probably be the same. So y'all help us with that and delay that and keep it down, keep the weeds out. That's really good. We finished up chip sealing Maple Circle on Wednesday. We've got left Barker Road, Simpson Road, and Norris Lane next week, weather permitting. We've got some rain in the forecast, so I don't know if we'll be able to get all that done next week, but we'll try. One issue that has come up, we've got a petition before the commission to give back the property down at Lester property down on Sugar Creek Road going to the Iron Bridge, and there was considerable angst about us doing that. There was a meeting called by one of the residents at Good Springs Monday night. I attended that meeting. I requested to attend that meeting to hear from the citizens and to see concerns on both sides of that issue. Rest assured that I will not take any action before we exhaust the options and try to come in with an amicable solution for both sides. That may not be possible, but that's what I'm going to work for. I met with one of the residents on that Tuesday morning again, and he had some really good ideas. We were thinking along similar lines. Mark Massey and I met with Mark Macklin. There are several legal issues that are on both sides of the issue that I need to get answered, and Mark Macklin, who's not here this morning, but he's working on those to give me more information to make a recommendation. So what I don't want to happen, and what is beginning to happen, what I don't want to happen is people assuming things about what position I will take, because what I've not heard from either side yet of a solution that will be, I think, equitable yet. But we're working on that, and I'm working with the community to find those solutions. I've got a meeting next Thursday with the property owners. So I will get all the information I can, explore every option before we will make a decision on that. So just everybody needs to chill. But if you want to know, I'm seeing these things on social media that tends to polarize people, both sides of the issue, and that's not good. And if people assuming different things about other people. So what the solution, I know, will take cooperation from both sides. And I don't think a solution will be found unless that happens. And so I would suggest that people work toward and work with me, give me information. If anybody wants to talk to me about that issue, call me. Don't assume that I've taken a position on either side. So that's just my request to the public and those concerned. I'm sure that we can come to a solution, and we'll work to both protect the rights of both the property owners and the taxpayers. So that's my goal, that's my aim. So that's all I have.
Thank you all for attending. With that, we will recess to 10 a.m. on Wednesday, August 29, 2018, at the Washington Street Courthouse Annex, 310 West Washington Street, Athens, Alabama. Have a great weekend.